Okay, so right now I'm going to look at answering a few of the actual styles of questions you will get on the grade 5 paper. This one says circle the correct time signature for each of these bars. So we've got multiple choice, but we need to break down the bar first to decide which one it's going to be. Good rule of thumb here, if you can't add up in complete crotchets, go down a note value. So let's have a look at this one. So here, promising start here, 2 quavers, that's worth 1 crotchet. 2 semiquavers and a quaver, that is worth 1 crotchet. We have a semiquaver rest and a semiquaver, so that's a half beat. And then we have a dotted quaver and a semiquaver, that is actually 1 complete beat. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and a half. So that doesn't work as crotchet. So that's not 4/4 and it's not 3/4. So it looks like it might be 7/8. So if we go back through now and we go 1, 2. So we've got half beat, 2 semiquavers, that's a half beat, that's a half beat. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 quavers. That makes a half beat. That plus that makes 2 halves, that makes 1, so that's half and half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quavers. So our answer there is 7/8. So as I said, if it's not working out as complete beats, go down a note value. So on this one, we've got 3/8, 2/4 or 5/8. So in my head, and probably most of my students would immediately be going, there's 2 8 at the bottoms, it might be an 8 at the bottom. So let's have a look. That's a semiquaver rest, that's 2 demi-semiquavers, that's the equivalent of a semiquaver. So it's a semiquaver and a semiquaver makes a quaver, so that's a half beat there. That's a double dotted semiquaver plus a hemi-demi-semiquaver. So that, believe it or not, makes 1 quaver. And then those two make 1 quaver. Half, half, half. 1, 2, 3. Nice easy one there. It's got to be 3/8. Right, let's have a look at this one. So this one we've got 12/16, 7/8 and 12/8. 12/16, 12 beats in a bar, 16 is semiquavers. So 12 semiquavers per bar. So we're going to have to be a bit more on the ball on this one. We've got a few options here. It's a little bit more complicated. So we have a dotted quaver, a semiquaver and a quaver. That makes 3 quavers. So I'm thinking, 12/8, that's in sets of 3 quavers. Might be there, especially as I've got 3 quavers here. But let's carry on. So that makes 3 quavers. So that's half, 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 equivalent. Yeah? Semiquaver, semiquaver, that makes another half there. Semiquaver, semiquaver, that makes another half there. That's a quaver on its own, so that makes another half there. So that's a set of 3 quavers. That's a set of 3 quavers with the rest included. That's a dotted crotchet. That is worth 3 quavers too, so it's looking very promising here. And then that's a set of 3 quavers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our answer is 12/8. So let's leave that one up there for a minute. I know you can't draw on it when you're doing this as an exam, but you are allowed paper, and I say to my students, if it means that you copy it out and you scribble away, there's nothing wrong with that. You do get 2 hours. Right, so this bar is in compound time. Which one of these bars shows it correctly written in simple time? So we have 3 options again. Really good rule of thumb here, if you're going from compound to simple. Compound time is sets of dotted crotchets. Simple time is sets of crotchets. So when you're going from compound to simple, you take out the dots and add triplets. Really, really simplistic way of looking at it, but it really does work. So 12/8 goes to 4/4. So if I want to rewrite this, 12/8, that doesn't work in 4/4, so we have to put a triplet on it to make it 3 quavers in the time of 2. That makes 1 of our beats in 4/4. So that's worth 1. Dotted crotchet, just take the dot off, that becomes 1 complete beat all on its own. Here we've got a crotchet rest and then a quaver. Works the same as this, so we put a triplet on it and that again makes 1 complete beat. We have 3 quavers, we stick a triplet on it, that's 3 in the time of 2, and that is our last complete beat. So that's what I'm looking for here. So we've got a triplet there, and we've got a triplet there. That's got no dot on it, so they've taken the dot off. So at the moment, I'm thinking it's this one. Just going to check the rest. That one's still got a dot on it, so it's wrong. That one's still got a dot on it, and it's got no triplet there, so it's wrong. So it is definitely this first answer here. So really simplistic rule of thumb, going from compound to simple time, you add triplets and take off the dots, and it's the other way around. If you're going from simple to compound, you add dots and take off the triplets. Let's leave that one up here. Okay, complete these sentences by writing a number in each one. In 9/8 there are blank, dotted crotchet, beats and a bar. Right, so did this in an earlier video, so if you're not sure about compound time signatures, look at video number 2 on grouping, and that will go over compound time signatures. 9/8 is a compound time signature. Compound time signatures are divided into dotted crotchets. So 9/8, 1 2 3, 2 2 3, 3 2 3, or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So there are 3 dotted crotchet beats and a bar. A dotted quaver is worth the same as how many semiquavers? Let's use a bit of paper for this one. So a dotted quaver, a dot adds half the value of the note. So a quaver on its own is worth half. A dotted quaver is worth half plus half of half. So the dot is worth half of the half. So that is the same as saying half plus half of a half is a quarter. So that is 3/4. That's nice and easy for us now because a semiquaver is worth a quarter. So a dotted quaver is worth the same as 3 semiquavers. Right, next one. Which one of these is grouped correctly? So we've got 12/8. 12/8 is 4 sets of 3 quavers. So let's have a look at this first one. Dotted crotchet is 1 set of 3 quavers, so that one does work there. However, we've then got a crotchet followed by 2 quavers joined together. If it was proper 12/8, those would not be joined together because that quaver would belong to that beat. Those 3 quavers would be together, and that crotchet and that quaver there would make 1 beat. So that doesn't work, so it is not that one. This one also doesn't work because it's a crotchet tied to a dotted crotchet, which makes 5 crotchets. It would need that quaver on it to make 2 beats there because 3 plus 3 is 6, and we are grouping in sets of 3 quavers. That would then be 3 quavers, and that is 3 quavers, but that doesn't work, so it is not that one. Let's have a look at this last one. We have dotted crotchet. That's 3 quavers, that works, that's 1 beat. Tied to a crotchet and a quaver. That's 3 quavers, that works, that's 1 beat. We then have 3 quavers, that works, that's 1 beat. Then a crotchet and a quaver, that's 3 quavers, that works. So it is definitely C. Last type of question. Tick or cross each box to show which rests are correct. So again, it's like this one, we've got 12/8. So let's have a look at this first bar. We've got a dotted minim, that is worth 6 quavers, so that's 2 complete beats, so that's done, that's 2 complete beats. We've then got 3 quavers, that is 1 beat on its own, and then we've been given a dotted crotchet rest. Now, dotted crotchet is worth 3 quavers, so that is correct. That is a complete beat all on its own. That works. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 12/8 is the same as saying 4 dotted crotchets. That works, so that is correct. Let's have a look at this bar. We've got crotchet, quaver. That is 3 quavers. That is 1 complete beat. We've then got 2 semiquavers and a quaver. That's 2 quavers, so that is not a complete beat. We need another quaver. But they've put a crotchet rest in here. What they should have done is put a quaver rest there, and then a quaver rest there to go with those, and then that is a complete beat all on its own. So that is incorrect. It should have been 2 quavers because the grouping is such that that needed to be split in half. So that is incorrect. Let's have a look at this last bar. we have one crotchet, that's worth 2 quavers, it needs another quaver. So I can tell you straight away that's going to be wrong because that rest needed to be split up. That needed to be a quaver to make that complete. Then the rest of it would be split up. This is a complete beat on its own, this is a complete beat on its own, and that would have left us with a dotted crotchet. So that is definitely also incorrect. So when you're doing grouping, music likes to be in complete beats. It just depends on the type of beat. 4 at the bottom is crotchet beats, 8 at the bottom is dotted crotchet beats. A crotchet beat is worth 2 quavers, a dotted crotchet beat is worth 3 quavers. So as long as you check the bottom number, you should be good. It's just advanced maths for musicians, really. Thank you very much.